I recently purchased a membership with Niche Blitzkrieg, and my first impressions is that it's a great program. I've reviewed a number of programs in the past, like maybe over 60 or 70 of them, and only rated about maybe 6 or 7 in the green flag area, meaning that it's a legitimate program. With Niche Blitzkrieg, it's really like in my top three. It's not number one, but it is extremely high quality and in depth. The training here is very newbie friendly. It goes into great detail about what you need to do, and I'm very happy about that. There's very few websites that I give such credit to, and Niche Blitzkrieg really deserves it. Its creator, Michael Brown, my hat goes off to him because the guy really put in a lot of effort to help people make money on the internet. The program is completely legitimate, and I will be recommending it. However, there is one hole to the system, in my personal opinion, that I'll be talking about within this review that I really believe you should be aware of, and that's its focus on link building. But I'll get into that in a moment. Uh, Basically, what I just want to show you is that I really did purchase the membership. See, it says "Welcome Vitaly." That's me. I purchased a membership here, and the majority of your training is going to be in this area where it says pages. First is going to be an introduction, which is the page that we're on. Then you're going to go through 5 lessons which talk about the most important parts of the Niche Blitzkrieg system, and I'll be explaining a summary of that in a moment. Make money off this product now teaches you how to promote the Niche Blitzkrieg system to other people. Resources and cool links just gives you other resources that you can use to improve your results. Success audio files, which is right here, where Michael Brown shares some of his own personal tips. Very good stuff. Table of contents, basically all this stuff that's listed here. There's also a forum available on this site, which you might want to check out if you join it. It's got members there which you can communicate with, ask questions. The support is pretty good within this program. That's also a bonus. And finally, there's also bonus books that you're given. I can't remember how many of them there were. I only checked out 1 or 2 of them. Where they teach you like building a website, how to find profitable niches, how to find profitable markets. Then there's also one, like I think it's called 76 profitable niches. It's just extra bonuses to further improve your experience within this program. But the bulk, and by bulk I mean almost the most important part of the Niche Blitzkrieg system is going to be within these 5 lessons plus the introduction. So just to get into that, I want to explain to you what the whole idea of Niche Blitzkrieg is all about. In a nutshell, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be finding popular niche markets, which are either based on your own personal passion. It could be, something that you have interest in. It could be something that you have expertise in, a personal hobby, personal passion, like I said before. And what you're going to be doing is you're going to be finding little niches that are associated with that. So I once used this as an example to explain to a person on my website who asked me a question about niches, about how you can find niche markets based on your own personal interest. Say, for instance, that I am interested in miniature models and painting them. I could create a niche website which teaches people how to do that kind of stuff and sell to them paintbrushes, paints, tips on how to paint their models, books that are related to that kind of stuff. That is an example of a niche website. Now, what Michael Brown really stresses here is chasing the niche markets, not the high-end markets like weight loss or love or making money or that kind of stuff. Because with niches, there's less competition and there's a certain specific group of people that have more chances of buying. So even though there's less people overall than in higher markets, there's more profit potential within niches because there's less competition and there's more profit potential. Now, once you have a niche, the next thing you're going to do is do market research, and that's what lesson 1 goes into. Now, within lesson 1, you're going to be doing what's known as keyword research. So once you find a niche, you're going to have to find out keywords that are related to that niche. And that's exactly what the whole focus of lesson 1 is. There's an extremely in-depth amount of information within this lesson where you go through videos and step-by-step pictures. There are pictures presented to you. Let me show it to you just so you guys get an idea of what it's like. You're going to be using the Google Keyword Tool. See, here it is right here, and he's going to be showing you, like I said, very in-depth what to type, what to put in to find keywords that are related to your niche. There's also videos that are available. Like I said, this program is extremely in-depth, and I really like that. It's very newbie-friendly. After you find keywords, what you're going to do is you're going to analyze which ones are good and which ones are bad. Now, this is where I had one of my issues here was that the primary focus of finding competition, and in other words, if there's less competition, there's more potential of your niche market being more successful. Because when you make a website, the less competition you have, the more odds that you're going to be ranked high, and the more that you're ranked high, the more visitors you'll receive. The more visitors you receive, the more potential money that you can make. Now, the focus of keyword research and analyzing which keywords are good in the Niche Blitzkrieg system is finding out how many backlinks they have. I'm not a big fan of backlinks because I think that they are very outdated, and it's a form of marketing that I think can have a lot of negative effects if you use it the wrong way nowadays. When Niche Blitzkrieg came around, I think this was in 2009 or so, it's backlinks were a very popular form of marketing, but as people started to use it more and more, there was a lot of abuse within the system, and search engines like Google began to basically close the doors and that kind of stuff. So if you're using backlinks in the wrong way, and in terms of using it the right way and wrong way, I'll explain it to you further on. Um, there's a link below this video that's going to explain those things in great detail if you're interested. But in a nutshell, good big backlinks are basically creating your own backlinks, such as sharing your information that you make on a website with social networks, maybe making a YouTube video, linking that back to your website. That's pretty good. But doing things such as buying backlink packages or trying to purposely post on other people's websites and trying to shamelessly link back to your page, I'm not a fan of that. I think that's going to screw over your website. But more on that later. Once you find a keyword that's good for you, the next thing is going to be designing a website. Now, the focus here is there's going to be a lot of details on what to do, like how to make your website. They're going to teach you how to make domain names, where to buy hosting. There's lessons and videos on every single step of the way. You're probably going to be creating what's known as an EMD, which means exact match domain. This is also a little bit outdated, but it still works to some extent, where basically whatever keyword you're chasing, like if I was using the painting miniature models, like paintingminiaturemodels.com, that would be an example of an exact match domain. That's also the keyword that people would type in. Um, then it talks about adding content to your website, and content is basically any kind of information. It could be pictures, it could be text, it could be videos that you add to your site. That's all examples of content, because content is what it's essentially going to have Google and other search engines looking at your site and ranking it on their search engine so other people can see. Um, Next is getting your site indexed faster, which means having it showing up on search engines. Um, it's going to use something called the Google Webmaster Tool, which is actually still a very good way to get your pages indexed. What's going to happen is you're going to submit your website to Google Webmaster Tools. It's a free program, and it's going to put each of your pages and posts on its search engine, which is a faster way to get ranked. Then it's also going to talk about social bookmarking, where you're going to have to register with certain social networks. And there's definitely a lot of good potential within this area. Like I said before, a good form of backlinking would be like sharing your website with your friends on Facebook or something like that. And if they share it, that also gives your site more value. RSS submission is a little bit outdated. I'm personally not going to recommend this. And then after that, there's also lesson 4, which gets into more details about link building and getting traffic. Now, again, like I said before, I'm not a fan of some of the methods that they recommend. Like, for example, there's article submissions, where basically what you do is you write an article on article directory, and then you link it back to your website. This gives you a backlink and potentially more authority. Article directories do not carry as much weight as they used to before, so this I'm personally not a fan of. Also, using Squidoo lenses is almost the same thing as using article directories. I'm also not a fan of this as well. In my opinion, Squidoo does have potential, but there's just, I don't know, it's just not worth the risk. Long story short, there's still a lot of good stuff that you can use here. Like I said before, I'm not a fan of article submissions or using Squidoo lenses. Classified ads, the optional parts, I'm going to say stay away from it. That's my personal opinion. My best advice is, once you have a website and a niche chosen, build out your content, find low competition keywords, and this Niche Blitzkrieg, it teaches you how to do that kind of stuff, and then go from there. Write content based on those keywords to help people out, and this is what's going to get ranked. This is what's going to get people going to your website. There's really not much use of going outside to these outside sources, other than sharing your websites on social networks or maybe building YouTube videos. Aside from that, I really don't. I'm not a big fan of using the other methods here. That's my personal opinion. It's completely up to you. And the final lesson is putting it all together, where basically you take everything you've learned and you basically apply it. Now, with Niche Blitzkrieg, once you have a website that's up and is hopefully doing well, it's getting a lot of visitors, you can apply that same formula for another niche website and go on further and further and further. So the idea is, ideally, in the long run, you might want to have like several niche websites that are making money for you, and that's what you're focused on. Obviously, start from one website. move on to the next after the first one is successful, but use the lessons that you learned from the initial website and apply it to the second website. There's also quizzes. I've never seen quizzes before on make money websites that teach you about this kind of stuff. This is actually a pleasant surprise, to be honest with you, because it really ensures that you really know this stuff and that you learn how to apply it. So that's basically it. Uh, like I said before, the website is excellent. It's very newbie friendly. Like I said before, my head goes off to this guy. He really did a great job. It's very in depth. There's a lot of great detail about the how to find niches, how to build a successful website, a niche website. And there's many tips within this place that I personally apply on a regular basis on my personal website. Now, like I said before, I'm not a big fan of the link building, and there's more details about it in the link below which you can find out about. I personally recommend just sticking to writing excellent content on your website, and sooner or later the rankings will come. Your website will get ranked, it will get traffic, and that's really the safest way to do these things. That's my personal opinions, my 2 cents. You can certainly try to apply the Niche Blitzkrieg system onto your page and use the backlinking it talks about. In fact, I'll be honest with you, what Michael Brown talks about in terms of link building, most of it is good. I'm just not a big fan of it in general because I really feel that it's outdated. I hope if Michael's watching this video that he does update the training here and focuses less on link building and more on content creation, which is the king of getting ranked on search engines, in my experience. Having said that, the program is good. It's legitimate. I'm gonna give it a green flag, and I will definitely be recommending this program to anyone that's interested in it. Thank you.